So everything starts out as average. Good, high, very high.
You could arm wrestle a primal.
You could arm wrestle a primal. So I get to increase 6 stats. And there are 6 stats total, so I can just be jack of all trades, slightly better at everything, or I can like really focus on individual things. Strength, melee damage, the amount you can carry. That's usually the tempting thing, yeah. Seems like a game where you can get away with using guns a lot, so melee is not the biggest priority necessarily. Oh, but inspiration and intimidation and carrying capacity are all in there too. Dexterity affects melee attack speed and ranged weapon reload speed. Affects your one-handed melee and your handguns, dodge, block, sneak, lockpick. So there's your ability to get everywhere and so on. The lockpicking. Intelligence. Affects critical hit bonuses. Long guns. So that's, I think, the sniper rifles basically or something. Yeah.
Come on, Phineas, pick one and leave.
Oh, shut up. This is gonna take a long time. There's a lot of stuff to look at. Determination, science, medical, hacking. Oh, everything there looks really appealing. Perception, handguns, long guns, heavy weapons, dodge, lockpick. Yeah. All right, charm. That's always a tempting one. Be able to get around. Faction reputation, companion ability cooldowns, persuade, lie, intimidate, hack, science, inspiration, and temperament. Two-handed melee. Improves your natural health regen, that's useful. Lie, sneak, medical, engineering, determination. A lot of really specific stats here. Medical and engineering. Well, I do like the little bit of persuasion, and I also like... Oh, that's not nice. So 20% critical damage here, but also a bunch of cool specialties there. I think there's a crossover here between persuade with charm and intelligence. I think it's negative. The negative faction reputation reaction is reduced by 20%, it looks like. I guess the down arrow is still green because it's a good thing for that to go down in that case. So how am I doing here with I've got persuade and hacking. That's hacking's good. I'm doubling up on hacking and persuade. But I don't have any lock picking ability here, so I might want to get some dexterity. It'll affect my reload speed a bit. Not the kind of weapons I want though. Handguns are kind of whatever. But sneaking and lockpicking comes in handy. Sneaking is a temperament skill though, so temperament and dexterity kind of have crossover with each other. And there's, yeah, I think basically everything shows up in 2 categories at once.
Decisions.
Do I want sneaking and lockpicking more here, or do I want... What's the sneak stat? Sneak is in temperament. This is a pretty good one, a lot of mind stats. You get your sneaking here, but you don't get your lockpicking. Yeah, if I want sneaking and lockpicking, I need to go for dexterity. That's gonna be the idea, I think. I want some of both. Being able to access things comes in handy. These are the stats that help you open things. Open doors with lockpicking, open devices with hacking, open people with charm. The human can opener and all that. Skills. Only 2 points available. You can see the overall bonuses I have from how high certain stats are versus other ones, like engineers down here, but I've got way more other things. Let's take our sweet ass time. So melee skill, you slowly unlock new abilities and more efficiencies basically as you go deeper. These aren't necessarily the most interesting stats, it's how your guns work. Bonus headshot damage and stuff like that. Yeah. So putting more points into long guns, which I might do. Do I pick the whole thing? Oh, okay. My 2 points are worth way more than I thought they were then. So I can straight up cross-specialize in the whole thing. Okay. That's actually important. Okay. That so that increases my crit chance by 66%. Does that give me a 66% crit chance, or does it take like whatever small amount I have and increase that by 66%? As in, like, with respect to that, like, does it go from a 2% to a 3%, or is it actually straight up like, yo, you crit more than you don't at this point? Because that seems wildly effective. So I unlocked TTT location hit effects. I wish I knew what that meant, but as always, when you're making a character in a new RPG, you don't even know what they're talking about half the time. Hooray! But, yeah, we'll find out. But eventually, critical damage 50%, that's great. Headshot, weak shot damage 20%, yeah. No weapon sway for 5 seconds after each kill. And then eventually, long gun crit hits ignore 100% armor. Damn. So, defense increases dodge and block. Increased dodge distance, reduced effects of long-term negatives. Okay, I'm not gonna use a melee weapon, I don't think. Here's our dialogue choices. So this is definitely a tempting thing to specialize in.
You could probably
Most likely.
talk your way out of a landing ticket.
So your ability to persuade during conversation. You can inflict cower, crippling fear when you first hit damage a human target. That's an interesting ability. Your persuasion, you're so good at talking, your combat makes people fear you, apparently. Lie can also come in handy. You can inflict scramble, slowly attack allies on an auto-mechanical when attacking you. What? Oh, it's when there's mechs in this game that attack you and you get them to attack your ally, their allies. Gotcha. There's a lot of like terminology we have to try to guess at because we haven't played the game before. And then intimidate. These are relatively straightforward ideas, but this seems like dialogue seems pretty effective. Stealth's a little tempting, obviously. We might need to just specialize in these over time if we can. Or maybe I just won't be able to be that good at sneaking and hacking. I gotta pick something. I'm tempted to go with talking and shooting. Increased healing from medical abilities. Damage from special weapons, essentially. And engineering is more efficiency on weapon modding. Inspiration, companions do more damage. Determination, allies have more health. So I've got a little bit of both. So I already have all of these stats to some extent. I'm just choosing which two things I want to add a +10 to. And given that I'm playing on hard mode, some gun damage and talking both sound like they could be a good idea. We'll see if we can get everything else to go up over time. I don't necessarily know how you get points, but we'll see. Aptitude. Okay. No discerning aptitude. Beverage service technician? What are these? No discernible aptitude. Colonists sound like a nice entry-level career for a person of your skills. Expanding humanity's reach by civilizing the cosmic frontier was ambitious enough to, without worrying about your day job. You had the rest of your life to decide how to be useful in Halcyon. Just +1 determination. I assume I'm picking one of these.
No one can see you crying inside of a mascot suit.
Whoa, what did I click on that made you say, oh, tossball team mascot, that's funny. Okay, so drinks last a little longer. Block +1. Persuade +1. Shock damage received reduced. Engineering, dodge. N-ray damage received. Food effect duration. Corrosion damage, inspiration, medical. Plasma damage, science, one-handed melee. What are these? Beverage service technician, bureaucrat rank 0, cashier subgrade non-supervisory, construction electrician class wire spooler, elevation operations specialist, elevator operations specialist. I'm just misreading everything today. Cool. Factory worker, conveyor operator, boring. These are mostly boring actually. Farmer, dirt, like a dirt farmer. food additive tester, janitor sanitation class, tossball team mascot, medical technician junior grade, safety inspector, assistant scientist assistant level 0 class A. I've actually been a scientist assistant. I've been a scientific aide as a job, so it's kind of funny to see that in the list. It's a little tempting to go for that, but being a mascot's also hilarious. Having that be the background of the entire character. A cashier. Being a cashier would be a little bit of a bummer too. Tossball team mascot. There isn't a problem in all the cosmos that team spirit and a big stick couldn't solve together. Your last major head injury in the field knocks some extra cheer into you, and you've been rising star in Tossball's competition mascot food chain ever since. It doesn't matter that no one knows your face under the mask, you share glory with the team.
No one can see you cry inside of a mascot suit.
What an incredible line. Maybe the fact that I just randomly clicked on it earlier and heard that dialogue play made me shine to that particular idea, but I feel like I have to commit to that. Appearance. What are we gonna look like? Oh, I should have checked the voice actors. Well, actually, I should have checked if we're voiced in this game or not, because I don't even know if we are. I have no idea if we're voiced in this game or not. This looks like a lot of character customization options, oh my god. Okay. Wow. Like a lot of customization. I feel like it always kind of helps to start with hair and go backwards from there. This is some detailed stuff right here. That full-on side fuzz. These are actually super detailed. Hair usually doesn't look this good. Especially in video games when they're so restricted. It does look like a lot of this doesn't move that much. Still, you're gonna be playing someone that looks absolutely fantastic. If we're playing somebody who has some good charm, it probably makes sense to glam it up a little bit here. Where was that one that had like the flow to it? This is a person who figured their hair out. Actually, a lot of options here. Surprisingly desaturated though. Or I guess maybe just the lighting's really dark around here. Kind of would want to pick my hair from like a visible color grid instead of dialing through them one by one. Customizing this character is going to take an absolute eternity. Eyebrow styles. This is gonna take a while. Can I just randomize the face a few times? Oh, is this gonna say like you fully... Oh, it randomizes everything. Still, maybe I can randomize my way into a face structure that I'm happy with and then move from there. Because I don't want to play with those sliders that bad. This is some strong randomization, holy crap. A lot to take in. Oh. At first I was like, maybe this won't be a standalone character customization episode. And then I'm seeing how, then I get to the character customization screen for like the visuals. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be here for years. All right, this has to be its own video. There's no escape. Just part of the tradition of starting a new RPG. Is the first episode takes a long time to record because I record an entire character customization episode first, then I start the real. Is this Rainbow Beard? That's Rainbow Beard, isn't it? That's what was going on there. I was like, what's going on with my beard? I think there's a rainbow setting in there that I'd randomized directly onto. Where was it? I don't know if I'll find it. Once again, I gotta say, I would prefer to have the character customization, the color choices be on like a grid I can see instead of having to manually scrabble through 50 options. Is that the best layout they could think of? I don't necessarily want to keep that beard, I just wanted to make it match my hair before I page through them all. A lot of scruff options. Look at mutton chops here. Right, we gotta go back to the eyebrows again. I have not done this kind of detailed 3D character customization screen in a long ass time at this point. It's been a while. So much freedom. What'll I do with it all? Look at those little crafted eyebrows with little like stencil marks on them. Just scribble on my eyebrows so the chunks of them are missing. Just commit. I can dig that. Kind of want to clean his face up a little bit. Was there an age slider? Features is probably what we're looking for. Oh, is it makeup? Nope. Dirt scar. Let's go to 0 scars. Turn that age. Oh, it's dirt. I gotcha. Got me all dirty. I can dig this age slider though. Do you want to be baby face? Or you want to be like a little further on in the years, or just add a couple lines? I do kind of like adding a couple lines. Look how kind of believable they instantly become when you add some lines. How's makeup doing? What is happening? Is that supposed to be gold foil? Am I being unwrapped? There's some lines. I can't even tell what this one is. Oh, I think it was the inside of the eye was like kind of purple. Eyeshadow and lipstick. That's a different one. Is the entire makeup setup just one beauty mark? Is that what we went for? What was that? Okay. Are you okay, sir? It's just splotches of vague whatever all over the face. That's not, I don't, okay, okay, so I think they're just using it as one slider to combine. Like the beauty mark was supposed to just be a mole that was real and not makeup probably, and this is probably supposed to be real freckles, not makeup. But they put it in the makeup slider just to not have to have an entire extra feature for it. But that doesn't mean you can't layer makeup with your freckles. Although maybe it would vanish anyway. This is just, would you like your face to be too white? Like distressingly white? Is this a bloody nose? Are you gonna spend the entire game with a bloody nose? Is that the point of that? I think this is like, it's just around his eye. I don't know if that's supposed to be makeup or if it's supposed to be like a burn. Because I suspect some of these aren't necessarily supposed to be interpreted as makeup. That's a scar. That's like a nose scar. Yeah, I'm not convinced these are supposed to be makeup. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely hit the point where it's like these are supposed to be physical damage. That looks kind of rad. Not necessarily like the protagonist, but It looks like a thing. Can you customize the color of these? You want to have face markings? Can you make it a different color than just red? I'm honestly kind of digging them. I think the strategy of just randomizing the face for a while until I ended up with something that always seems to help out more than me trying to like actually sit there and fine-tune a face from scratch. It always goes super poorly whenever I have to control the sliders. That's a lot of features, huh? Oh, eye color and skin tone, there we go. I don't want to do any 3D model sliders. I'm done with those. That always goes really poorly for me. Wow, that's a strobe light. They are not. I'm not sure what the sorting algorithm was for what order to put these skin tones in. What kind of eye color? It looks like it's downloading something. If I go like, that's such a sci-fi moment to have him just be visually down. Oh, you can make him glow. That makes him stand out. It also looks a little demonic. I actually might go back to those though, just because it has really good contrast with the hair. Pink actually looks pretty good too, as a character design. That's distressingly blue. Holy crap. Whoa. Look at the lava eyes. There's a lot of really bright colors actually. I want to cross compare them though. Like, what's this one with like, it's 25. Oh, 17 was the other one, I think. So these are less bright. 25 is like the artificial eye color version, and 17 is like, if your eyes really were that color-ish, you'd get that. Assuming you can even get that eye color in this universe or whatever. I think some of them look like they're contacts. Nothing else is color in here, right? Nah, these are all sliders. I'll fuck up the whole body if I touch one of those. It happens every time. I almost went mutton chops, but then I remembered he was supposed to be like a charisma character, so it doesn't quite fit. I think I can deal with this guy. Yeah. Hello, protagonist. Try not to die. What is your name? Steve Buckworthy. I don't know why that came to mind. Wow, it's the exact character limit. I literally just made that name up on the fly, and it perfectly fits the character limit. I wasn't really going to commit to it, but the fact that it did makes it feel like it was meant to be. So I guess that's your name. I don't know. It's the name that came to mind. E. There we go. Hello, protagonist. We're going to be spending a few dozen hours with you. Try not to get shot too bad.